All right, hey guys, I want to go over now how we take what you learned from the strength-speed continuum, the speed-strength-endurance continuum, and then tie it together into conditioning for your workouts and what that looks like in your programming. If you haven't watched those videos yet, make sure you go back and read those because those are concerned with the rep ranges, the loading parameters, the sets, the rest intervals, etc., and the exercise selection for absolute strength, strength, speed, speed, strength, and absolute speed, and then local muscle endurance for the strength, speed, endurance continuum. This is now tying this together into the energy systems that we're targeting based on using those kind of toolboxes there of exercises and reps. So we want to start at the top. This is going to be our high output video. This is going to be the parts of the conditioning that are going to be based around your CNS firing to your body, firing electricity from your brain to your limbs to make really hard contractions, right? This is called gain programming. It's the stuff we want to actually make big improvements in conditioning and not just say pace out the reps. We are looking to go heavy or really hard here, and that's the idea behind it. The ones you'll see in the programming here, the general labels we'll be using are on one side anaerobic alactic. And PE means power, anaerobic alactic power, so super high effort, short 50-meter sprint, 100-meter sprint, 10 seconds on the air bike, one time done, go super hard. And anaerobic alactic endurance or repeatability or battery, meaning you're going to go hard, rest, go hard again, rest, go hard, just as hard again, and rest. So you're getting a lot of rest, but you're going really hard. The second would be your CP endurance or your CP battery. So your body's ability to recharge creatine phosphate to go heavy again. And if we're going heavy, then we know our exercises are going to be coming from the absolute strength endurance range and the strength speed endurance range. This means it's going to be heavy repeat lifts. On our previous videos, we saw a lot of times the load there is going to be between 65 to 90% of your max. So we're going heavy. For CP work, right, if it's going to be, let's say 80% of your max for reps, that's not 15 reps in a row. That would be speed, strength, endurance, doing a set of 15 at 40% of your max. That's hang power cleans in case you couldn't tell. Right? We're doing that for repeats, heavy lift, but it's going to be blunted and having rest in there. Air bike, row, sprint, repeats. That's probably going to be the anaerobic alactic power, anaerobic endurance portion of this. All of these are predicated by our body's ability to produce power, right? Absolute strength was our base of support to go to strength, speed, and speed strength, where we're starting to express power moving quickly with heavy and light external loads. So knowing those ranges here and not getting speed strength stuff weight adjusted when it's supposed to be heavy here helps us get the right stimulus and the effect into our people we're working with. What that looks like here. This is generally going to be stuff, if it's on the conditioning side, towards the back end of the programming for most of the year. Sometimes it may be on the front, but generally speaking, it's going to be some sort of way to raise the ceiling in the start, whether it's from local muscle endurance and functional bodybuilding training, whether it's from strength speed training and getting better at our Oly lifts, raising the ceiling on that, say for example, improving our deadlift and our absolute strength base. So then we have room for the strength and CNS to work together to express our strength speed. And again, if that doesn't make sense to you yet, go back and watch those other videos and hopefully that clears it up. What this looks like on paper here, this might be, let's say in a day, this is just gain, not gain endurance, right? We're talking mostly for these videos about the enduring qualities of stuff. So this might be, let's say, part A, and again, I doubt this would be in the same session, but let's say it was. 7x2 squat cleans, build up. What are we trying to use there? We're using our CP system and it is strength speed. Build up to a heavy double. Try and get to maybe a 2-rep max, maybe maybe it's 85% for 3 sets of 2, depending on what we wrote. But that is the idea, and that's going to be on the front end. We're trying to raise our ability up. That's why I wrote up here. Now the endurance part of this, of our high output, would be the strength, speed, endurance, and it's still CP battery. It might be 1 rep, maybe 2 reps every 20 seconds for 15 sets at 80% of your max, right? What does that look like? Heavy lift, dump. Okay, get ready. Go again, set up, rest, obviously 20 seconds went by. Boom, heavy lift, dump it, rest, rest, rest. We do that for 15 sets. So again, that fits our model for strength, speed, endurance reps. And let's say it's 2 reps here. Instead of 1, let's say now we do 2. This probably is going to be not 2 reps touch and go, right? Because CP battery work a lot of time is 1, dump, breath, reset. Because the rep range is very low, but there needs to be some rest in there, right? As this percentage goes up, then the rest time is going to go longer also, right? Those two will go hand in hand. It's hard to do 90% every 20 seconds for 15 reps unless you're very good at sending electricity through your body and recharging your CP, which is why it's CP battery. If this was on a bike or on a rower, let's say Anaerobic Alactic Power might look like 10 seconds of max cals. Go super hard, and you have a picture of someone really strong, former football player, just going crazy on the bike, right? That would be the power expression. If we're looking for conditioning to repeat that ability over and over, it might look like row 100 meters times 6. So they're going really hard, but they're going to get a good amount of rest so they can come back again and hit that same number, hit that same number, hit that same number 6 times. And that would be the difference here between anaerobic lactic power as we write it in the programming and anaerobic lactic endurance, right? So it's still high effort where these aren't 1 minute, these aren't 5 minute intervals or anything. Lactate hopefully is not being produced and these parts are used as a fuel source rather here because they're getting plenty of time to clear it out. But that is the difference between part A and this would be a part B, or this might be, something at the start or a 1 tester. And this would be part B or part C there in your training. And that is how we look at our high output part. In our next video, we're going to look at the nasty.